Hi everyone, Sally here. I hope you're all well and you're having a good day. So I'm here today to share with you a really exciting video. Today's video is going to be a spotlight on True Bias patterns. So if you haven't already heard of True Bias patterns, they are a really wonderful indie pattern company. They have loads of different pattern designs available. They're probably one of my favourite pattern brands actually. I've sewn up a few of their patterns now and I'm always really impressed by how clear and concise the instructions are to follow, and I'm always really inspired by the pattern envelope images as well. So I hope that the 5 patterns I have to share with you today you're going to enjoy and you're going to be really inspired to sew some of them up. So as always, everything I share today will be linked below this video, patterns and fabrics, and if you do already have your own Minerva profile set up, you can save any of the things I talk about today to your own Minerva profile to revisit at a later date or to remember to purchase whenever you feel like it. If you don't already have your own Minerva profile set up, it's really quick and easy to do. You simply need to register on the Minerva website, and the best thing is that you'll then receive a discount code which you can use on the Minerva website on any of the items that we have available. Once you join the Minerva community, you're then free to start sharing your own makes, which is really good for inspiration. You can pop over and see what other makers have been making, you can follow people, and you can follow and search hashtags and search for different patterns and fabrics and things like that, and get really inspired by everything we have here on the Minerva website. Another brilliant way to save money is to join the Minerva Craft Club, where you pay a one-off fee and you can then save a discount on anything that you buy on the Minerva website over a 12-month period. So it really is a good way to save money too. So as I say, I have 5 patterns to share with you, and I've also chosen some of our fabrics which I think will pair perfectly with the patterns that I've chosen. So all True Bias patterns come in sizes 0 to size 18. A size 0 is a bust 32, a waist 26 and a hips 34. Size 18 is a bust 44.5, a waist 38.5 and hips 46.5. So quite a wide range of sizes available in True Bias patterns. So the first pattern I've chosen to share with you today is the Lodo Dress. So this is a pattern that I think is quite underrated in True Bias patterns. It's one that I don't see around that often, so I thought I'd share it with you today. So the Lodo Dress pattern is described as an elevated shift dress pattern, which I think is a really good description. It's actually made out of a stable knit fabric, which is quite unusual for a shift dress and would make it all the more comfortable in my opinion. It's a really simple pattern to put together. There are no fastenings, there are no zips, there are no buttons. So this dress does have quite a straight silhouette, but the bottom hem is slightly tapered in, which gives it a kind of cocoon shape, which I think is really nice and really flattering. The dress has a deep V-neck at the front and the sleeves are grown on in a kind of cap sleeve style, and both the V-neck and the sleeves are actually finished with a facing, which gives a really nice finish inside. So the fabric requirements for this particular dress are stable medium weight knit, something like an interlock jersey or maybe a ponte fabric or even a scuba, and something that has around a 25% stretch. And then the facings are actually sewn from a woven fabric, so they're great for using up any scraps of cotton or linen or anything that you have around that you could use as a really pretty contrast facing for your dress. I think that would look really nice. So 2 of our fabrics that I've picked out, which I think would pair perfectly to this pattern, are this Lady McElroy lovely Ponte Roma fabric in this beautiful floral print. So as you can see, it's on a black background and it has some really beautiful vibrant pansy print all over it, which is in a pink and a lilac and grey. And I just think that this is so pretty, and I think it would pair really well to the Lodo Dress pattern because this is quite a bold print and the Lodo Dress is quite a kind of understated dress, so I think it would really show off this lovely print really nicely. And because this is a floral design, it's just perfect for dressing up and down. You could wear it in the day with a pair of trainers or sandals or something, or pumps or Converse, and that would look really nice as a kind of casual day dress. But of course you could dress it up for work with a pair of heels and that would look really nice and really smart. I think you could even wear this dress to a wedding if you wore heels or sandals or something, and I think it would look just lovely in a floral print like this. So this is our Lady McElroy Ponte Roma fabric. It's quite a stable jersey, but it does have that little bit of stretch to it, so it would be perfect for this dress, and it would be quite easy to get on and off with that bit of stretch in it, even though there aren't any fastenings in the dress. Ponte Roma fabric is really easy to work with. It's really nice to cut, it doesn't stretch or move around too much, and it's really nice and easy to sew up as well. You could simply probably overlock most of this on your overlocker if you have one, and you wouldn't necessarily need to use your sewing machine too much throughout this process, maybe just when you're attaching the facings. But I think this would be a really lovely, quick and easy sew, and it would be a lovely, comfy dress to have in your wardrobe. Another lovely Ponte Roma fabric that we have in stock is this beautiful polka dot fabric. So this is the black and white colourway. This is on a black background with a white spot. It also comes in a navy with a white spot, and it also comes with a white background and a navy spot. So lots of different options to choose from there. This again is quite a stable weight jersey, so it would be really easy to cut and really easy to work with. And I think maybe this polka dot design would be just that little bit more formal if you wanted to make a dress for the office or something that was really comfortable. But of course you could wear it in all the same ways as with the floral fabric I've just shared. You could quite easily dress this fabric down with a pair of trainers or pumps or Converse, and I think that would make a really lovely day dress as well. So that's the Lodo Dress by True Bias, and I think it would pair really nicely with either of these Ponte fabrics. The next pattern I have to share with you is the Nico top and dress, and I'll just pop an image in here so you can see what the pattern looks like. This pattern has been really popular this season, and I'm sure you can tell why. So there are 4 different versions that you can make of this top and dress, and they all come with a mock turtle neckline, which I think is very on trend at the moment. So you can make a sleeveless version of the top, or you can make a top with sleeves. You could make a long sleeve, or you can make a short sleeve. You can also make this dress as a full-on maxi dress, which I think looks amazing. And you can wear it as the model is wearing in the picture with no sleeves, or you can add a long sleeve sort of autumn winter time, which I think would look amazing with a pair of trainers or a pair of knee-high boots or something like that. So a lovely fabric that I've picked out, which I think would pair perfectly for the Nico top, is our modal stretch jersey. And this is really stretchy and it feels so soft. This would be lovely to wear. It's super soft and super cozy, and it comes in so many different colours. So I have the navy colourway here, but there are many other colours available on the website. So you could literally have one in every colour. And I think this top would be perfect as a layering piece. It would look amazing under a pinafore dress or a pair of dungarees or something like that. And it would also look great with a pair of high-waisted jeans or shorts for summer if you were going to make the sleeveless version. So because this top is quite fitted, you do need a jersey with quite a lot of stretch to it, and this modal jersey does have a lot of stretch in it, so it would be perfect for this style of top. Of course, you could definitely use this jersey for the dress as well. If you hold it right up to the light, it is slightly see-through, so you may want to wear something underneath it, like a slip or something. But yeah, this is absolutely perfect and so comfy for either the top or the dress version of this pattern. Another lovely fabric which I think would pair perfectly with this pattern is our Milk Ottoman rib knit, and this is so lovely and soft. So it has quite a wide rib to it, which I think is really lovely, and it would suit this pattern perfectly. So of course you could use this for the top version of the pattern, and I think it would look really lovely as a sleeveless top. There are other colours of this fabric available, so you could literally have one in every colour again, and you could pair them with your denim shorts, your high-waisted shorts, your high-waisted jeans and things like that, and I think that would look lovely in summertime. Personally, I think this lovely rib knit would also suit the maxi dress version of this pattern really well. I think that would look amazing. Can you imagine a maxi dress version of the Nico with a pair of Converse or a pair of high tops or something? I think that would look really on trend and really lovely, and it would be so comfy as well, because there's a lot of stretch in this again, and it's so soft and cozy to wear. So that's our Milk Ottoman rib knit, and as I say, it does come in lots of different colours. I love this mustard colourway. I think it's really on trend, and it's a really lovely colour for autumn and winter time as well. So do pop over and check out the other colours that we have available in this fabric, because it's so lovely and so stretchy and soft. So that's the Nico dress and top pattern by True Bias, and I think they would both pair perfectly with either of these 2 jerseys. Another pattern in the True Bias range I wanted to share with you is the Shelby dress and romper. So this is a princess themed dress or romper. There are 4 different versions available in this pattern. They all have a V-neck, they're buttoned down, they have a short sleeve, and you can either make them as a dress or romper above the knee, or you can make a full ankle length version of the dress or romper, which personally I think is really lovely. I think there's a really great 90s style to this dress, and I really like it. I've seen lots of different versions around online and in the Minerva community, and I really want to have a go at this dress myself one day. So what I really like about the romper version of this pattern is that you have the same kind of flowiness that you have with the dress, but you have much more coverage as a romper. So if you are, say, a mum that's always on the floor playing with your children, or you're always having to sort of move around quite a lot, it's really nice to sometimes have that extra coverage that a romper provides rather than a dress. Personally, I really like the look of the short dress. I would make that as an above the knee dress. If I was making the romper, I would go for the ankle length version of the pattern because I think that looks really lovely. And it's just that little bit different, I think, rather than having a short play suit type romper. And again, you could kind of dress it up. You could wear a pair of heels with the romper and you could wear it to work or to a wedding or something like that. Or you could quite easily dress it down for day wear and wear a pair of pumps or Converse or something like that, and I think that would look really on trend as well. This pattern calls for quite a drapey fabric because you've got that lovely skirt or romper trousers and you want them to hang really nicely. So I would go for a viscose fabric or a crepe or something that's just going to kind of hang and show off that drape really nicely. So two fabrics I've picked which I think would pair really nicely for the Shelby pattern are this Atelier Brunette Chestnut Viscose, which is really silky and soft. I love Atelier Brunette fabrics. I think they're amazing quality and they're always really lovely to handle. They cut really nicely and they sew really nicely and press well too. So I think a short dress version would be really nice in this fabric. I think it would be perfect for summertime, but because of this particular colourway, I think it would look really nice in autumn, winter as well. This particular design does come in this lovely chestnut colour. It also comes in cream and navy as well, so lots of different options there if you do like this particular print. Yeah, I think this would be really nice. And if you wanted to make your dress extra special, you could also add self-covered buttons as well, and I think that would look really pretty, especially in this really lovely fabric. Another lovely fabric which I've picked to pair with the Shelby pattern is this beautiful Lady McElroy viscose challis, and I think this is absolutely stunning. So this is on a navy background and it feels so lovely and soft and smooth to the touch, and I think this would make an amazing ankle length Shelby romper, and I think it would look lovely again with a pair of trainers or Converse, but I think you could quite easily dress this up in this beautiful fabric to wear for a wedding or to the office or something like that with heels. I think that would look really lovely. So yeah, those are my two fabric pairings for the Shelby dress and romper. Do let me know in the comments below if you've made up the Shelby dress. And if you do have your own Minerva profile, make sure that you share a picture of your Shelby dress or romper because we'd all love to see it. It's great for inspiration. So the next true bias pattern I picked to share with you is the Lander pants pattern. So this pattern can be made up as a pair of shorts or a pair of trousers. And the trousers come in two different leg lengths, so they can be made to ankle length or they can be made in a longer leg length, which will be perfect to wear with a pair of boots, perhaps with a heel. So the Lander pants are quite high-waisted, they have a button fly, they have pockets at the waist, and then there are also patch pockets on the back. And I think this high-waisted style is really flattering. I think it would flatter most body shapes, and I think they're just a really lovely classic style of trouser. And I think these trousers would actually be perfect paired with a Nico top, which I shared earlier in this video, and as the model is wearing in the pattern image that I'm sharing with you now. The fabrics that would pair really well with a pattern like the Lander pants are fabrics with quite a lot of structure. So something like a twill or a denim or a linen with quite a lot of structure, maybe a cotton twill or something like that would work well as well. But you want something that will press well and something that will hold its shape because you want to get a really kind of crisp pocket and you want something that will handle the buttonholes well. For this particular pattern, along with your main fabric, you'll also need some lining fabric for your pockets. So I think this is a perfect opportunity to use up all that lovely cotton that you have laying around as scraps. I think it's a great way to use a contrasting fabric. So if you do have anything really pretty lying around that you've kept for that perfect opportunity, I think it's a really nice way to use up fabric scraps and just have a really cute kind of contrast pocket that you get a flash of every now and again when you put your hand in your pocket or put something in your pocket when you're out and about. So a couple of fabrics which I think would pair really nicely with the Landerpants pattern are firstly this Robert Kaufman cotton twill fabric, which is a really stable cotton. There's not a lot of stretch in there at all. In fact, there's no stretch in there. This does come in quite a few different other colourways, so do pop over and have a look at this fabric and see what other colours there are available. I picked this colour because I think it would be great for autumn and winter time, and I think it goes really nicely with a black top or a white top, or something like a blouse or something would look really nice. Again, I think these could be dressed up or down, wear them at the weekend to look really casual. Or I think you could make these in a darker, more formal colour, and I think you could quite easily get away with wearing those to the office. I think they'd look really smart. So this is our Robert Kaufman cotton twill. It's a really lovely quality fabric, and you can just tell that it would be really lovely to work with. You get that really crisp pocket texture, you get a really lovely point to your patch pockets with this because it would press really nicely, and you could get some great top stitching on there in a contrast colour if you wanted to. Another fabric that I think would pair really nicely to this pattern, and I just have a small scrap of this here. This is our Robert Kaufman denim fabric, and this is a little bit of a lighter fabric actually, but I think this would still work really nicely for these trousers, especially perhaps for the shorts. So I think sometimes when you're making a pair of shorts or wearing a pair of shorts, you want them to feel a little bit softer, and you probably need a little bit more movement there as well. I think this particular indigo colour is such a wardrobe staple, so if you had a pair of shorts made up with this, it would look amazing with all of your lovely handmade tops, because this indigo colour just goes with everything, doesn't it? And likewise, if you were to make the trousers out of this, it would be a lovely wardrobe staple pair of jeans that you could just pull out time and again to pair with all your lovely handmade t-shirts and tops and things like that. Indigo really is a wardrobe staple, isn't it? And it's something that you can just have in your wardrobe and keep for years and years and wear them time and time again. So those are my fabric choices for the Landerpants, this beautiful cotton twill fabric and our Robert Kaufman denim fabric in indigo. And lastly, in the spotlight on True Bias patterns, I've chosen to share with you the Calvin wrap dress. And I just think that this dress is absolutely stunning. I think this is the perfect summer wrap dress. This is a really simple design wrap dress. It has 2 darts at the bust. The dress has bias binding all around the edge of the fabric, which then extends to the ties and is wrapped around and tied at the middle. And a good thing about this dress as well is that it does use rings and sliders for the straps, so that you can actually get that fit just right at your shoulders as well. And that's sometimes a bit of a pain normally, I find, with strappy dresses, that they can kind of gape or they can be too big or something. So it's a really handy thing to have those rings and sliders in this dress so that you can get the right fit for this particular dress. So this particular pattern can also be made as a top, and the top comes to waist length. You could obviously lengthen it a little bit if you wanted to, just to get a more of a hip length style so it wasn't quite so cropped, and I think that would be really nice. The dress does come down to ankle length on the pattern, but of course again you could shorten or lengthen that dress if you wanted to as well. I think this is a really lovely versatile pattern. If you click on this pattern, you'll see that one of our Minerva makers, So Much Jazz, has made an amazing version of the Calvin wrap dress. And she's actually used a contrast fabric for both of the wrap pieces of this dress, which I think looks amazing. And I'd definitely like to try this one day myself because I think it looks absolutely lovely. And you could pair 2 fabrics together that you really like. It just looks really nice as a contrast, I think. This dress as well is one that you could wear in the summer, but you can also take it into autumn winter as well because it looks really good with a top underneath it. So again, you could pair this with the Nico top. You could wear a lovely patterned Calvin wrap dress with, say, a black or a white top underneath, and I think that would look really lovely. And again, something that you could wear in autumn and winter with a pair of boots or a pair of trainers or something. So it really is quite a versatile pattern. You may think initially that this is just a dress for summer, but I think it can absolutely be taken into the colder months as well. And it's a great layering option. The 2 fabrics I've chosen to pair with this pattern, the first one is this beautiful Mind the Maker viscose twill, and it has an amazing vibrant floral print all over it on a green background. And the flowers are a really lovely coral pink. I think this fabric is absolutely beautiful, and I picked this because I think it's got that kind of tropical feel that you'd maybe pair with something like the Calvin wrap dress if you were going to go on holiday to a hot country or something. I think that would look amazing. Because of the tropical nature of these really big flowers, I just think it would look really lovely as a classic summer dress. This is our Mind the Maker viscose twill, and it does come in 2 other colourways as well, so do make sure that you click on this fabric and pop over and see the other colours available. They are all really beautiful, as all Mind the Maker fabrics are. Another fabric that I think would pair perfectly to the Calvin wrap dress pattern is this lovely viscose linen fabric. Viscose linen is really lovely because it has that feel of linen, but it's much more drapey than 100% linen is. So it's really lovely and cool for the warmer summer months. And it would actually be much more stable and easy to work with, I think, too. So this actually comes in 6 different colourways. There are lots of colours available in this design. So do pop over again and click on this fabric and just see the other colours that we have available. It's really lovely and soft, and again I just think that this print looks really lovely and really summery, but I also think it would look really nice with a black Nico top or a black polo neck top underneath it or something for the colder months in the autumn and winter. And because there are so many colours available in this design, you could quite easily do the contrast with this dress. So you could have one of the wrap panels in this colour, say, and then the other panel in a different colourway, and you could wrap them over, and I think that would look really lovely. So those are the 2 fabrics that I've chosen to pair with the Calvin wrap dress, this beautiful viscose linen and this gorgeous and beautifully soft Mind the Maker viscose twill. I really love them both. So I hope you've enjoyed this little spotlight on True Bias patterns. Do let me know in the comments below if you've made up any of the patterns that I've talked about today, and particularly if you have made up one of these patterns and you've already shared it on your Minerva profile, do let me know so that we can all pop over and see your make and be inspired as well. Do let me know in the comments below as well what your favourite True Bias pattern is. I know that one of my favourites is actually the Ogden cami. I chose not to include that in this video today, but that's definitely one of my most used True Bias patterns, and I absolutely love that. If you do have any questions about any of the patterns or fabrics that I've talked about today, then do let me know again in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to sign up for your own Minerva profile if you haven't already. Don't forget that you can save any of the patterns or fabrics that I've talked about today to your Minerva profile to revisit at any time. Or if you prefer, you can actually save this whole video to your profile so that you can quite easily refer to any of the patterns or fabrics that I've talked about today. Don't forget to follow Minerva for lots more sewing inspiration and videos and photos and things like that. You can even follow me personally here at Minerva if you like, and I'm Secret Life of a Seamstress, and I'll link my account below. So I think that's it for me today. I'll look forward to chatting to you in the comments. Other than that, have a lovely day, happy sewing, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!